Today we're tackling air pollution. It's a huge global challenge, as the pasted text we looked at makes really clear.
Absolutely. It affects pretty much everyone everywhere.
So our mission here is to unpack the key insights from this text, focusing on the risks, to health, wildlife, and the environment itself. Okay, let's get into it.
Sounds good. What jumps out right away from the text is the source issue. Well, yeah, natural things like volcanoes contribute.
Right, forest fires too sometimes.
Exactly. But the text really stresses that today, the main driver is, well, us, human activities.
Okay, like what specifically?
Primarily burning fossil fuels, for electricity, heating, cars. Then there's industrial emissions, general vehicle exhaust, even farming plays a role. It's quite broad.
Agriculture too. Interesting. So the text then lists specific pollutants. Could you maybe run through the main ones and how they affect our health?
Sure, we've got carbon monoxide, COC, then sulfur dioxide, ASO, Euro, nitrogen oxides, NEOx,
Okay.
ground level ozone, and particulate matter, PM2.5, and the larger PM10.
And the health link, how does the text explain that?
It's pretty direct. The text says these things get into our lungs, our bloodstream even. And the result, a whole range of problems.
Like asthma.
Yes, asthma, bronchitis. But also much more serious conditions mentioned in the text, like heart diseases, lung cancer, and unfortunately even contributing to premature death.
Wow. That's stark. And it mentions some groups are more vulnerable?
It does. Children, older adults, and people who already have respiratory or heart conditions, they're hit hardest.
Okay, so a serious health burden. But the impact isn't just on people, right? The text talks about environmental damage too.
Definitely. Big impacts on crops, forests, water bodies too.
How so?
Well, the text explained acid rain formation. That's when the SO, Euro, and NOx react with water in the atmosphere.
Right, I remember learning about that.
And it damages aquatic ecosystems, forests, even buildings and statues, as the text points out. Plus, there's smog.
Smog, that visible stuff in cities.
Yeah, that mix of smoke and fog. The text notes it cuts visibility and just makes daily life unpleasant and unhealthy in urban areas.
And what about the climate change connection? Does the text link air pollution to that?
It does. It points out that many air pollutants are also greenhouse gases or contribute to their formation.
So air pollution is basically adding to the blanket effect.
Exactly. Trapping heat, leading to global warming, sea level rise, more extreme weather. The text implies it's all interconnected.
Now, the text also touches on location. Is this mainly a city problem?
Well, cities are hotspots, for sure. Population density, traffic, industry. It all concentrates pollution there.
But not only cities.
No, the text is clear on that. Rural areas have issues too, maybe from agriculture, like ammonia emissions, or just from pollution drifting long distances.
Yeah.
So it's widespread.
Okay, given this scale, what does the text suggest about solutions? How do we mitigate this?
It really emphasizes a need for a comprehensive strategy, not just one silver bullet. Governments need to act, setting stricter emission standards, maybe investing more in public transport, supporting clean energy like solar and wind. That's implied.
And industry?
Industry has a huge role, adopting cleaner production methods, using better filtering technologies, moving towards sustainability. The text hints at this.
What about us as individuals?
The text suggests individual actions matter too. Reducing our own energy use, choosing greener products, even planting trees helps absorb some Curiros. And importantly, just being aware and pushing for change. Education is key.
It sounds like international cooperation is needed too.
Absolutely. The text mentions bodies like the WHO and UNEP. They play a vital role in monitoring, setting standards, and helping countries work together because pollution doesn't respect borders.
Yeah, that makes sense. It really crosses boundaries.
Totally.
So, wrapping up this deep dive based on the pasted text, it's clear air pollution is incredibly complex. It hits our health, damages ecosystems, and fuels climate change.
Yeah, the connections are undeniable based on what we've read.
And the text really implies that tackling it requires sustained effort from, well, everyone, governments, businesses, communities, individuals.
It's a shared responsibility.
Definitely. So maybe final thought for our listeners, just consider the air you're breathing today. What's one small conscious choice you could make, knowing how this single issue touches on so many parts of our lives and the planet's health? Something to think about. Thanks for joining us.